This is Laura and her daughter. Okay, you came to me how long ago? 11 some years ago? Because she's
11, so
11,
12
yeah,
years ago,
yeah. 12, 13 years ago. What's the reason?
I was having problems with my MS and lupus, and
MS is multiple sclerosis and lupus. And what were your symptoms? You drove all the way from Hammond. How long did it take you to drive one way here?
probably about 2 hours, 2.5 in traffic.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So tell us, before you saw me, what were the symptoms?
I was falling, tremors, couldn't sleep. We had tried for 7 years to try to get pregnant after my first pregnancy, and the doctors said there's no way I could get pregnant. And
Because your thyroid was too low. Let's give a little background on you, because you were very active. You played all kinds of sport. Tell us about that.
played softball, soccer, golf. I was always playing sports. I was either playing or coaching.
Okay, for how long you were doing it?
Oh, since I was 4 years old.
4 years old. Oh, yeah, you were playing. Okay, so how many years had you had the symptom? Yeah, what was the beginning? How?
My symptoms first started right about when I was in my late 20s. Late 20s is when I first started experiencing.
You came to me when you were 38, something like that. Late 20s, so like 10 years, and more than 10 years. So initially, what happened? You were falling.
When I first started noticing the symptoms, it was I was getting dizziness, and I noticed like when I would play ball, I'd lean forward to get the ball, and I'd feel like I was gonna fall over. And then after that, then I started falling, and it started out maybe once every month, couple of months, I would have a fall, and it escalated to the point where I was having 7, 8 falls a day.
7 to 8 falls a day, and then you
I had to use the wheelchair whenever I do any kind of walking, whenever I was at work, because I would fall.
You were able to walk with the wheelchair?
Yeah, but eventually I would have trouble sometimes getting out of the car and getting my wheelchair. I would fall, and stuff like that. If I ever had to transfer, I would sometimes fall during transferring.
Yes. So who made the diagnosis of multiple sclerosis?
It was after going to several doctors. I had been to doctors, and out where I lived, out in Whittier. I'd been to doctors in Hemet. I'd been to doctors at Scripps, UCLA, USC. I mean, I'd been to everybody.
Yeah. Here's a point, okay? All you're getting with the Western doctor is a label of your symptom, like multiple sclerosis. Where is it wrong? Like your spinal cord is degenerating. But they had no treatment. So you can go here and there, and they say, oh, you have lupus, you have multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia. Okay, those are all label of symptoms. Okay, the cause of the problem had to do with poor circulation to different parts. Like in this case, is circulation to your spinal cord that's reduced, and that's why you cannot control your limbs, cannot control your body.
Yeah, when I first got the diagnosis of MS. Every time I went to the doctors, they wanted to put me on steroids, and actually I was more afraid of the steroids than I was the MS. I'm serious. I heard so many bad things about being on steroids and what it did to your body.
So you never get on steroids?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I wouldn't do it because I would prefer to fall. I would prefer, because bones will heal. But I get on the steroids, I was afraid what it was going to do to my kidneys, my liver.
You're right.
Everything else. So I refused to even take the, you know.
And then you have infertility, and they cannot do anything about it. The thyroid's high, giving you thyroid, you are still tired, you're still falling. Who make the diagnosis of lupus?
That came again with just everything that I was experiencing, because then I started getting the butterflying. I started, my ANA counts were in the 900s.
Ooh.
For like 5 years straight. I had ANAs, high ANA counts constantly. And and that's what they were labeling it, was because of the lupus.
So how did you hear about us?
My husband and I were at a church function, and he had just lost his ear, just instantaneously. He lost the hearing in one of his ears and couldn't hear out of it. And he had gotten, what do you call it? Well, basically, he was dizzy, he was falling, he was unstable because of the equilibrium being off. And so he came to you, and then after...
He came to me first?
He came first.
Oh, I didn't remember that, yeah.
Yeah, he came first, and then afterwards, after we got to the car, I mean, he came in holding the walls down the halls to hold himself up. And when he came out to the car, he's like, I can't believe this, look. And he's touching his toes, he's moving all around. He had...
Just one treatment?
One treatment. And so he told me, you're going.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I was a little nervous, but...
So what happened after my first treatment with you?
After the first treatment, I didn't have another fall for almost a year, for over a year.
One treatment. Okay, so you had this falling problem for like a whole year. No, whole 10 years. 10, 12 years, okay? And get to the point of 7 to 8 falls a day and on a wheelchair. And after one treatment, she never fall for a whole year. Okay, anyway, so we treated you for almost like 4 years and getting you healthier, and finally you were able to get pregnant.
Actually, after, it was about a month and a half of treatments. It was only after about 4 to 6 treatments was you came to me one day and you told me, Laura, I'm healing your body, so
I could get you pregnant with Fred's help.
Well, you told me I'm healing your body's healing now. Yeah. I'm healing your body. If you know, you better, you know, if you don't want to get pregnant, you might want to use some precautions. You told me that on a Friday. I found out Sunday I was already pregnant.
Oh, too late. It's not too late.
No, I was so ecstatic, you know, and but it was such a surprise because I was 40. And while I was pregnant, they did a genetic screening on me because I was at a high-risk doctor because of the MS and lupus, previous C-section,
and
the age.
Yeah.
And the geneticist called me in. They called me in twice because they couldn't believe what was going on. They called me twice, and I was like nervous because they said, you know why we're calling you in here? And I said, well, so I thought there was a problem with the baby. And they said that they were surprised because they wanted to talk to me about what was going on and what I've been doing, because my genetic screening came back that my risk factors were actually better than, I think they said like a 26-year-old, healthy 26-year-old. My
and
genetic.
You were 41.
And
you have MS, you have lupus, you have previous C-section, you have hypothyroidism.
And when
you were
they
sick.
And when
you told me actually, you said about 23, so 26, 23, you're young, yeah.
They told me also that when they started doing my blood work and my blood workup and everything, my ANA counts are back to normal. Great.
So those are all objective evidence that multiple sclerosis can be cured. The final proof is that you haven't seen us for like 11, 12 years. And then do you fall at all?
Every once in a while, if I get too hot. It's the heat will kind of aggravate it. It's mostly when it's hot.
Okay, so few things you need to go to bed early. Do not eat spicy stuff and eat cooling stuff. When you're cooler, then you don't have that problem. Okay, anyway, so this is a very good story, and here is a good byproduct of our treatment. Okay, we treat infertility, hypothyroidism, lupus, multiple sclerosis Doesn't matter what you call it. We find out where the circulation are lacking. And when you improve the circulation and balance, the heat, the cold, the alkaline, the acidity. You want to say something? Okay, all right. Thanks very much, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Mm-hmm.